What you doing?
I'm taking the train.
Why are you taking the train?
Because we need to go pick up a van.
We go pick up a van where? Woohoo!
Last week, we had amazing news
The best news of 2021.
that we bought a new van. This week, we have not so good news.
The worst news of 2021.
There is something that is happening with the van, and we're going to tell you all about it.
We're also going to tell you why we are sitting in another van right now.
It's been a strange week. We've been waiting for the van like this.
We're going to tell you about that, and we're going to tell you how Marie reacts at the end of the video. It's what Marie does when she's angry.
I was fine.
Oh yeah, no, everything was fine, but you ended up doing a lot of stuff last week. Let's talk about it.
I bought a lot of things.
Yeah,
I
go.
bought a lot of things.
Let's go. You'll see.
Hi, we're Dom and Marie.
Since 2016, we traveled the world by van looking for the perfect road trip, until we decided to buy and convert our own little home on wheels that we named Vanessa.
Every Sunday...
Whoa, wait a second. We sold Vanessa and we're about to build our second home on wheels.
Follow us on this conversion project as we share all the details of our next camper van, tricks, tips, and all sorts of advice.
Buckle up, subscribe, and enjoy the ride on this new episode of Van Life Saga's New Build Series.
As you know, we have bought a van, and the van was supposed to arrive in late December. Now, because of COVID, obviously, delays were expected, so we thought the van was going to arrive at the beginning of January. Now, last week, we were told the van was in Maine, and that it was 6 hours away from the dealership, and that we would be able to pick it up in that week.
And what we need to know here is that ProMasters are built in Saltillo, Mexico.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show you a map. So they're built in Saltillo, Mexico.
And then they put it on a truck, they drive it to the port, Altamira port.
Yeah, so the boat floats. How do you say it? Do you drive a boat? Pilot the boat?
Navigate a boat.
The boat navigates through the Gulf of Mexico, then it goes up the east coast, all the way up to
Providence.
Providence. They discharge the boat at the port.
And then
They put the trucks on the trucks.
They put the trucks on the truck, and then it drives all the way to Quebec City, where we bought it.
But
now, so the last news that we had was the van landed in Providence, and it's coming to Quebec City. But now it's been 10 days, and it still hasn't arrived, and we have
no
clue where it
whatsoever.
is. It is not at the port, it is not at the dealership, so it's either stuck at the border, in a ditch, it's either been stolen or given to someone else.
Every
We have
morning,
no idea where it is.
Marie wakes up with a different scenario.
So we don't know where the van is, and hopefully it'll be here soon.
Yeah.
Because I started buying a lot of crap for the van.
Yeah. So we're gonna show you in a few minutes. Marie she was like, oh yeah, the truck's not coming? Fine.
I'm buying everything.
I'm gonna just order everything and make sure everything arrives before the truck. One morning of last week, we received a phone call from our friends at Van Life Montreal.
They have a van life company in Montreal.
They build and they rent vans from Montreal. It's the biggest company in the province.
Absolutely.
And they knew that we were waiting for a van, and they knew that the van was not coming. Probably because they know that vans take time to arrive. So they were like, you know what? We're gonna lend you a van just so Marie can, be happy, and you can just come over here, pick it up, and just drive wherever you want in the forest of Quebec, so you have a happy wife, happy life. So that's what we did. Yeah, I wanted to surprise Marie because Marie loves
Fascinated
trains.
by trains. I don't know why, I'm just fascinated by them.
She's fascinated by trains, so I brought her to Montreal
On a train.
from Ottawa by train. What you doing?
Taking the train.
Why are you taking the train?
Because we need to go pick up a van.
We go pick up a van where? Woohoo!
People don't know this about me, but trains, favorite transportation.
Yeah?
Love taking trains.
And if there's anything that a man won't, thanks about.
Baby! How many horsepower is that yellow line? Oh, should be a lot of horsepower. Alors, ça va bien?
You got the kind of loving that I desire. You got it. Baby, you got it. And if there's anything that
Van Life Montreal builds their van with the ProMaster 159. They have the same chassis or a shorter chassis as the one we ordered. And their vans are very well built. They're engineered to the inch. You have all the necessities for a full adventure road trip, starting with, you know, full kitchen,
Induction cooktop.
induction cooktop, heater, 16 drawers, I
Toilet.
think. They have a toilet in here. You have a lot of water that you can use. They have a hot shower at the back.
Love this bench here with a table, allowing us to work both from the table.
Yeah.
A fixed bed. I mean, it's just a very, very cool van that you can obviously buy, but that you can rent as well. And we are the lucky ones spending a month in this van.
Yeah.
That's all. We're gonna be sleeping in the van for a month. Allô, la maison!
Woohoo! This is the Patron, isn't it?
Yeah, with my team.
With your team.
C'est pas moi qui choisis les couleurs.
Yeah, I figured.
Les autres, ils aiment pas.
Baby, you got it.
Délettrés. Fait que là, j'étais comme,
And if there's anything that makes the world go round.
It's gonna be our van for the next month while we wait for our van to arrive and while we convert it.
So I wrote the song
Oh,
for the van. Purple van, purple van. Are you ready for an adventure, little boo-boo? Let's go, let's go, let's go back in the van, back in the van. I don't want to hit all the other vans in the parking lot, so I'm being careful. It's a longer van than Vanessa, so we're gonna call her Vanessa. Welcome in Vanessa.
Baby, you got it.
Seatbelt.
Oh,
Good morning. It is Dominique Fauché in the direct of Van Life Montreal van. I made a coffee. And Marie is sleeping.
Ben, plus maintenant.
And I will go wake her up with the coffee,
I'm
okay?
already away.
So this is supposed to be, you know, a nice moment in the morning where I wake up and and my girlfriend is happy to see me.
Hopla!
Good morning! Good morning! Did you sleep well? Good morning! Good morning.
One very good news we have
good to stay
today,
up.
I know you're not excited about that, but I'm very excited about that, is that my father now has an interior garage to work on his conversion projects, and the next one in will be ours.
She weighed 300 pounds to 5 feet 5. She had an old motel in the life. Black piece of hair on a different chin. And a big belly rumble like a lion's den. A big fanny.
So my father rented a very wide, not a warehouse, how do you say that? A garage? A workshop?
Workshop?
Yeah, he rented a workshop. It's very nice. All his tools are all ready to go. Our van is gonna be set inside for many months, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with my dad working inside in his workshop.
Yeah, so that's very, very exciting.
It is exciting. It's a big challenge to build outside in Canada, and that's not a challenge for us anymore.
It is not.
Big fanny.
So, because we do not have our van yet, I decided I would buy everything that I see online, including a faucet, even though the van hasn't arrived. Delivery!
Is it delivery time?
Delivery! Nice, huh? Delivery! It's a fan.
Jesus, baby. Is there something else you need to order?
That's your Valentine's Day present. Delivery from Mr. Fauché.
Oh,
Nice, huh?
shit.
Delivery.
Oh, boy.
I didn't think I'd tell you I bought this. Delivery! I have another one. Delivery! Delivery!
Again? What is it this time?
Yeah, that one you don't want to unbox.
Delivery. Oh yeah, baby.
In the meantime, while we wait for the van, well, I'm gonna work on my Lego. Marie brought me a Lego that my brother bought me for Christmas.
A sick Lego.
It's a sick Lego. It's a Mandalorian Lego. It's probably the most epic Lego I've ever had. My parents are gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, we bought you like thousands of Legos and you never said that.
C'est vrai.
Come here, put your face.
We saw the option where people hang it from around there somewhere.
We actually took the time to read a lot of your comments in regards to last week's video, and I think we have two main concerns.
Yeah.
One,
the baby cage. I'm gonna keep on calling it the baby cage.
the baby cage. I
it.
like the baby cage.
I'm a big fan of the cave style just because when I was young, we used to sleep underneath my parents' bed. But I understand that managing a newborn baby under a bed could be kind of hard, and a lot of parents, I guess, told us that it would be preferable to have access to the baby somewhere near the bed.
We had a lot of suggestions. One, they're called like bunk beds or bunk campers, and you can put them in the front. They're like hammocks. You can also find a way to put the baby on the passenger seat in the back. We have had the suspended bed over our bed, and we have had put the baby in your bed because when it's very, very tiny and small, people say the baby will most likely be in your bed. And then we have just a crib in the middle.
We know that in the hallway, we saw it there, it doesn't work. And we got the option right there under your bed where you could have a little one like that. That one is too big, but if it's a crib that is something like that.
Ooh, now we're talking. And then the idea that we loved about the cave is that it would be like a little bit more secluded. You can have like just like a little curtain or something for it to be a little darker. Obviously we would ventilate it and heat it properly because it would be lower, and then I mean heat does tend to go to the ceiling, but it's just we're still trying to find a way to have the baby in a very secluded spot, and then finding a spot where we don't, exactly like you said, paralyze the entire van when he's sleeping. It's not an object.
When he's sleeping. I'll get used to having babies. And the second topic was the
bench, the back seat bench that will not be at the same height of the front seats. So first of all, a lot of you recommended that we raise the floor under the back seat. Unfortunately, because of regulations in our province, we can't do it. So for sure, that bench is going to be a little bit lower than the ones in the front.
A lot of people were turning the challenge into an advantage. They said if you're driving around with kids for a few years, the kids are going to need to be higher. So
in a booster seat anyways, so that might be a good thing in the end.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah.
Plus, Marie is not really tall, so it doesn't matter. She can sit a few inches higher than me.
So this is it for this week.
Bad news, good news, surprises, orders, deliveries.
Yeah. So we don't have the van yet. We are very hoping that we can have it by next week so we can show you. It is time to pray to the van gods.
First time I hear that. But talking about vans and van gods, we have all the list, all the names that you suggested for the next van.
Top names are Vanellope, Vanna White, Van Gogh, Savannah.
Savannah came up a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people said Vanessa Nessa is a good idea. Yeah. So thanks for all the suggestions. We're gonna tell you which one makes the cut number one in a couple of days, weeks.
So we'll see you next week. If you have any questions in regards to the van, if you have any tips, tricks, insults, comments, love, names, or
poems.
A poem would be nice.
Please write a poem. I would love, just 3 lines of rhyming stuff in the comment section about vans. I'm pretty sure people are going to have a lot of creativity with poems on vans. Oh, and we could print the poems on the next t-shirts.
Oh, the best poem could be printed on the t-shirt. That's actually really good.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, amigos. See you next week. Stay safe and pray to the van gods. Thank you.
French lesson number 37. Je m'excuse. I apologize.
Now, a lot of people might think this is a very easy French lesson because je is for I and apologize is for m'excuse. But the trick here is that the U sound is non-existent in English. Some people might think it is oo, like in school. Some people might think it is you, like in you. Some people might think it is e, like in he. But no, there's no equivalent. Try it. Practice now. Je m'excuse. I apologize. Je m'excuse. I apologize.